My friends, it was sheer coincidence that we were to meet as this, but I'm quite happy we did. We haven't had a moment to tell this tale in several weeks, and especially with such good company. It truly is a pleasure to do this for all of you. The story today we will be telling is known as the Garden's Keeper, and it has been passed around my family for centuries. Even before the flight, even before telling of just one who would defend the world from not evil, but one who guides the world back to balance. Let us begin. And as the play goes, and as the play begins, you see the two tieflings just kind of play all the roles, honestly. And as you guys go through, you pick up the whole story of this play. It is about just a grove, just a sacred druid grove that eventually just became overwhelmed by this just monster that just overtook it and just harmed the druids that were there and forced villagers all away from it, just entirely overtaking it and basically just forcing this place into a point of ruin. And as it continues,
David,
yes.
are we at all reminded of when we had to deal with the corrupt dryad?
Hmm, yes, actually, a little bit. No,
Okay. But it's not like, oh, they're describing the exact same thing that we saw.
no. Like I said, they've said this story's been passed down for centuries, but it's like you actually do get a bit of bit of a vibe of that, yeah.
Okay.
This shit happens like every other week in this world.
And as they go through, they just kind of begin to tell the tale of just these different people who just tried to go in to slay the beast. These mercenaries, these hunters, just anything going in, and they were always either repulsed, wounded, or just killed by this thing. Until one day, just just a figure enters the town that's just been putting out a bounty of just like, we need this place cleansed. There's a monster that's just ruining everything. And this figure just enters and just appears one day and offers to solve it, to just restore the grove to what it once was. And as they go through, the play kind of focuses for the first part just entirely on just the mess that this has made. And as the second half comes, it focuses on just this woman entering this grove, which is just this twisted, manic thing of just decay and ruin and just death in places, and then overgrowth in others, just in total extremes at every point. And each step that the woman takes, they show this in the play, is just a little like, it's basically with like a fan, but with the little bits of like cut paper to look like grass is growing behind her as she steps. And you see them approach just this monster. And the entire time the story is building up to just this final fight between this nameless figure that appeared from nowhere. And this just like blighted, that wasn't intentional, but this just like messed up just monster that's ruined this grove. And as they do it, the figure pulls down a hood, and it's still the actress, but she is dressed as an elf with kind of traditionally Artuk. It's a little impressive because you recognize parts of it of like there's druidic like face paint and like shaman markings. Not necessarily your stuff, but like the general spirit of kind of druids out in the woods is actually pretty well kept. I am not here to slay you. I am here to restore you. I am a guardian of this world. I do not seek out to destroy. I seek out to purify. And they hold out their hand, and it just becomes like the second act. As they hold out their hand, you see like it's meant to look like a spell, but it's again just special. It's like just practical effects, like a little like firecracker or like party thing popping off, so it gives a little bit of confetti, and then like the curtain shuts for the second act. What are you guys doing as kind of it closes for the intermission at the second act?
Just out of curiosity, does it feel to me like that was a depiction of Alesha?
Roll history.
Sure. Oh, I'm great at that.
Oh, fuck.
It's a druid, man. Like, you don't know plays that well. You don't particularly know Alesha. So it's very hard to tell. Oh, Mary? Great idea.
Oh no.
This shit fucked, man.
They were bad.
This is terrible. You're so angry about there being a second act.
The male tiefling is really fucking dropping the ball. He is just like the female Melody is like he's doing okay. He's basically playing the role of the narrator, and like that's fine. It's nothing to write home about. The female tiefling's actually carrying it pretty well, but this dude, he's just like you can get through the play, but you are just noticing like, my guy, you really should have prepared more for this. It's like he memorized his lines like the day before, or like knows
He's
about
going
what.
during intermission to like double check what his lines are.
Exactly. Like shit.
He's clearly forgot a few.
On the intermission, I am going to just kind of casually walk by where that orcish woman is, and I'm just going to quickly say to her in passing, just after this, we need to talk. Make sure she noted that I was there, and then walk away.
Yeah, she looks at you and is like, I'll say we do.
Byron will turn to Owen and be like, okay, so first off, pretty good so far. That female tiefling, mwah, acting is incredible. The story structure is really interesting. I'm like, I kind of dig it. I need to ask Artak whether or not they're actually capturing, how the druids are, like, accurately. But most importantly, Ode, am I as bad of an actor as that tiefling, man? Please tell me I do better. My god.
Well, do you count when you're lying as acting? Because other than that, I don't really think I've seen you act before.
I suppose. Yeah, I guess. I guess whenever I'm lying, whenever I'm pretending to be... Like, whenever I got us those gems. So my acting at least better than that.
And Ode thinks about it for a second, and she's like, oh, well, yeah, it's much better than that. I mean, I was thinking back to the time where we were with the giants, and you had kind of thrown yourself in front of them to sacrifice yourself, but then we needed to go that way anyway. And I guess that wasn't really much lying as you trying to sacrifice yourself. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with it. You're lying, and your performing is definitely better.
I mean, acting
thank
is
goodness.
kind of lying if you think about it.
That's kind of fair. Huh. Maybe I should go into acting. No, I probably wouldn't be that good.
Oh,
No,
no,
Ode,
you're certainly fine. Like,
You're great. You're my dad, right? Or my brother? I don't remember.
I've been both at different times. I'm starting to get the characters confused.
Family tree's fucked up on this one.
You know what? You know what you need to work on, Byron? You need to work on focus. You need to focus your craft and make sure that you have a consistent story so that even you believe it.
Yeah, that's something I've been having issues with. Like, whenever we were in the shop and I was playing that role, I kept on finding that, I'm not disappearing into my character. I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm still Byron. And it's just like, fuck, how do I really dive in to the meat of the character, Oh, like,
Agree.
you like plays, you like acting.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
How
fun.
would you recommend I do this?
As
Well,
you
I mean, I love acting, but I'm not actually quite good at it. But I know that one thing that really draws me into plays is when there's good things like special effects or costumes to go along with the acting. Like, they did the spell there. That was cool.
Well, the popper was cool.
I don't know if that's
Ooh,
helpful to you at all.
As you guys are saying this, actually, you see Mel, like, look over for a second and is like, I'm sorry, didn't mean to pry, but I did overhear you mentioning you were interested in busting out your acting chops.
I mean, maybe. I usually do a little bit more improv-y sorts of things, but
And
I'd be
Ode
happy
nods
to, like,
emphatically
try.
to that.
Well, for only 12 gold a month, you can have access to my acting class.
Oh my god.
My online acting class.
My
All I will tell you is
OnlyFans.
that
I mean
gotta
acting
act.
class.
If you'd like to take a shot at it, we could make a roll for you here. Especially if you are saying that you wish to improve, and there's no better time to practice than now.
Jaw drops. Looks to Ode. Should I do it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god! Yeah, yes. Thank you so much. Like, he'll spring to his feet. He's like giddy. He's like, please show me the way.
And that is the enthusiasm we need. Follow me.
Give us your type 2.
And with that, he gets Gios cast on him, and he is eternally their slave.
Excellent. No, make an intelligence check or a history check for remembering the script.
Damn.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, all right, Byron, you fucking got this. And I'll use. I think that's my. No, I have one more bardic inspiration after this.
Can't
To
inspire
inspire
yourself.
myself. Damn it. Well, I got a 15 anyways.
Alright.
It's something unique to lore bards. Only lore bards can do it.
Oh yeah, it is someone you can see.
And only at a really high level.
Yeah, it's
Weird.
really high level.
I did not know
Yeah,
that,
Remember
actually.
3/4 of this script, Byron.
Byron, you feel like you've got a pretty good grasp on it, and as you are kind of guided to the back and like put into costume, your role is basically supporting the tiefling man. They've broken the role up into two.
I'm the bro character for the fucking
Effectively, you're helping him play the monster by kind of selling the acting while he tries to remember the lines.
You're playing one of the 3 T-birds in Greece that are just in the background and don't really do anything. You just get to say like random ass 60s shit.
But Byron, as you kind of get
Before we go
started,
back out, can I run to the restroom real quick?
sure. Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought that was Carson asking. I was like, yeah, man. Yes.
No, Byron will run into the woods, deep dark area, just kind of crouch behind something, take out a feather, and enhance ability charisma on himself.
Alrighty.
And then sprint back. Thank you so much for being patient.
And so the third act begins, and Byron, you are in a support role to help make up for the tiefling actor. So what? And this one, it's a kind of interesting choice. It kind of fades back in from when the figure kind of cast this spell onto this monster, and it's effectively, it's almost like an Alice in Wonderland-esque like experience of just like this kind of strange, just this strange like colors that's like very visually interesting, but like also almost manic to it. And it essentially follows, this time in a kind of a reverse journey of like the monster, now played by Byron, and the tiefling man named Salah. Basically going through and approaching the figure at the end. Byron, I'd like you to roll performance.
Alright, got that advantage up. 23.
He is not doing good.
On average, you guys are an 11.
You guys, okay, as you guys watch this, you see Byron start going, and like, he's giving it his all, and like, it's pretty good. This dude is now so stressed that Byron is showing him up that he is like, the little bits he's improved upon, he's fucking up in other areas.
At a slight lull, Byron will kind of like lean down, whisper tones like, "We've got this. Let's do this." And I'll give him my second to last bardic inspiration.
Okay, it's a D8, right?
Yep. Come on, buddy. Get that 8. Fucking hell. Oh, son.
He's having a bad day. But as you guys go through
I like it.
the play, and it's kind of just a reverse journey of what is clearly meant to be the monster through this Alice in Wonderland-esque experience, and it ends by meeting with this kind of cloaked druidic character. And as the play goes on, you even see like basically parts of the costume that you and Salah are wearing basically just shift into basically from that kind of rabid, monstrous version into a more normal looking one. Into just a less less matted, more controlled looking versions.
Like magically, or just through costume changes?
Through costume changes and just just costume changes. You two eventually reach the druidic character. Byron, what are your lines for this section? Tell me.
So we. All right. So with the 15 and the 23, how well do I remember? Like, is this supposed to be a dramatic fighting interaction, or like a coming together to find a peaceful resolution?
More the peaceful resolution one. It's kind of like the monster has like a lot of its like corruption has been broken by this.
Okay. He will stumble forward, looking down at himself, seeing that he's suddenly become more and more his true original self, before collapsing at the feet of the woman and look up at her and just be like, "Thank you for guiding us on our way to purification, so that now we may better the world with your guidance."
The woman kind of takes both yours and Salah's hands, and there's a very quick like curtain draw, and then like you see like all of you have to scramble to like move the setting back to back to where it was before, like back to the previous scene, like, and you are just rushing, like you have like 30 seconds to completely dismantle this.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, like the instant it's like a dramatic thing, and then it's like curtains goes go.
Sprint.
And roll just a d20. Salah's been dropping the ball, so he has disadvantage at this point.
You know what? I'll give him the last part against the
Holy shit, Salah got that! He makes up for it in terms of being a stagehand.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Guys, he was just
And
a
the big
stagehand.
finish?
It has been shit this whole time, and then he just belts out memory from cats out of nowhere, and everyone's just
It turns out he was just a stagehand, and they're like, "Hey man, can you say words?" He's like, "Yeah." They're like, "Great, you're an actor."
Yeah,
Go.
and so what you guys see is like, you know, it's been like a bit amateurish, but like maybe driven by the fact that he hasn't been doing well, maybe being upstaged by Byron, whatever. You see him like breathe, and when the curtain opens, the setting is immaculate, like way higher quality than it was before, like on several orders of magnitude. Just like, holy shit, for like. You see, like, plants, like all the effects actually just pop the fuck off. And it just looks amazing. And as the play, you can clearly see it is coming to a close. The woman kind of takes yours and Salah's hands, raises you up, and just quietly departs, as just it kind of leaves on a closing shot of just all this like wondrous like restored life and just like a renewed growth. And scene.